Hey friends, how are you today? Have you ever had a situation in your life where you could have benefited from something, but someone didn't tell you? Let's say that your favorite store was having a sale and it was buy one, get seven free. Now, I know that's kind of a crazy idea, but let's say that happened and your friend didn't tell you. And you would say, why didn't you tell me? I mean, come on. It's probably happened to us to a small extent with some free giveaway or something that we missed on because no one told us. There are more serious situations that happen. Let's say that there is a dangerous situation going on that you could walk into and someone knows of this situation and for some reason they don't warn you of it. And you find yourself in a dangerous situation. You say, well, why would someone not tell me? You wouldn't think very much of that person, would you? Can you believe that there's actually a more serious situation than that? Imagine that someone knows of a situation that may cause you to lose your soul for all of eternity, but they didn't tell you. That's the worst. Can you imagine on the day of judgment standing there and someone taps you on the shoulder and says, why didn't you tell me? You knew and you didn't tell me. Why? Why didn't you tell me? What were you afraid of? What did you think I would say? What were you worried about? What were you scared of? Why didn't you tell me? Look what's happening now. I can tell you that is something I never want to hear. I never want to be found guilty of not telling someone something so simple and yet so powerful that can change the eternal destiny of their soul. And so today I'm going to tell you. As my father said for many years, you cannot live wrong and expect to die right. I'm going to say that again. You can't live wrong and die right. What does that mean? That means we can't live our lives the way we want to, knowing that the things that we do are contrary to the will of God. Those things we know that we shouldn't do, and yet we do them anyway. Defiantly we do them, knowing that they're wrong. And then we pass on from this life and expect that God's just going to, because he loves us, accept us into heaven forever and ever. See, friends, I don't know what you've been told, but that's not the truth. Even in the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21, Bible says, not everyone, this is Jesus speaking, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those that do the will of my Father which is in heaven. I'm going to read you a couple of different versions so you get the gist of this. The New American Standard says, but he who does the will of my Father. The International Standard Version says, but only the person who keeps doing the will of my Father in heaven. New Living Translation, only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven. See, friends, we can't live our way and then expect to die in God's good graces. We are servants of the Most High God. His will for our lives is that we come to a knowledge of the truth, and that in that knowledge we realize that we have the responsibility to be obedient to him and to serve him all the days of our lives. And so that, as Revelation 2 and verse 10 tells us, that if we live faithfully until death, we'll have that crown of life. You see, if we want to inherit that eternal home, we have to do our part. It's not like we're going to earn it. It's only by the grace of God and the blood of Christ that we have this opportunity. But we can't live like the world and then expect when we die to be welcomed into the arms of the Almighty God by the way we've lived our life. You can't live wrong and die right. Does it mean you're going to be perfect? Absolutely not. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that we have to be perfect people, because we would fail, every one of us, every time. But we must walk in the light. That means we have to walk away from things that the world considers to be okay and acceptable. We are in this world as Christians, but we are not of this world. Can't live wrong and die right. I want to tell you the truth. I don't want you to ever to say to me, why didn't you tell me? Hey, I love you. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me. If you have any other subjects that you'd like me to cover on an upcoming video, I'll be more than happy and blessed to do that. Thank you for your love and your care and your friendship. You mean the world to me. Hey, thanks for all the wishes that I got yesterday on my birthday. It was great. I was touched and overwhelmed by your kindness, generosity, and your amazing love. Take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow.